So when it comes to relationships that are very abusive, you sometimes tend to think about violence, or maybe you think about emotional abuse per se. But there's something that sometimes it's not very easy to see, especially when it comes to an era where men were the ones who are the providers and the women are the ones who stay at home. And it's pretty easy to get confused about these roles where you consider that when the man says something like, I will handle this, I will take care about that, and you feel like they are trying to help. However, this can be very tricky because in a way this can just represent a way of him telling you that he's going to take control of you through the money. So that's when it comes, or it gets into the picture, the financial abuse. When you see that the other person basically it's making most of the decision when it comes to money in the relationship, and that's something that you need to avoid. So that's why I recommend to people, even though they get married, whether you're a woman or you're a man, you always need to have a voice and make decisions when it comes to money. I do also recommend that even though you get married or you just start living with somebody else, it's very important for you just to keep growing, to keep studying and to keep working. It's not good for you just to decide to stay at home. However, I do respect the people who prefers that, but it's not something that I will consider to recommend, especially due to the fact that anything can happen, anything related to the marriage or the relationship per se. It can finish, it can end, and then you are not going to have the resources for you just to have income, especially if you're used to your spouse taking charge of it. So I want you to stay in the video for you just to have an insight of how the financial abuse is represented, and what can you do if you're just feeling identified about it to get out of there.
So number 1, your partner withholds financial information. They maybe feel ashamed of the financial choices they have made, and this is something to be careful about. Number 2, your partner discourages you from having a job, and this already says a lot. So do not abandon your career if you feel like you can actually work. Number 3, your partner limits your spending. It is good for a couple to sit down and look at their finances, but it is not good for them to tell you in which things you're able to spend your money. Number 4, your partner gets very heated about money. For example, if you like or have a small spending like extra money on organic carrot and they get very upset about it, like really violent, that's a sign of abuse. And number 5, your partner forces you to bail them out. This practice is usually called financial enabling, meaning one person enables another person to make poor financial decisions.